Hello, Brigadiers and Brigadettes. Welcome, Blue Jackets fans and hockey fans alike. I am your captain speaking. Welcome to the podcast, and let's dive into some hockey content. Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be doing the Reverse Retro tier rankings, and I broke it down into 5 categories. The Yabo category, very good indeed, sir. The OK category, at least they're not straight buns, and straight buns. So what you'll see is probably right around here-ish. I'll have the rankings and obviously the jerseys as well. So starting off, we're going to talk about the Anaheim Ducks. The Anaheim Ducks jersey got into the very good indeed, sir ranking. I like the teal, and I think it looks good. And I guess I should say the Yabo ranking is I would pay full price for it. The very good indeed, sir ranking is I'd pay reduced price. Okay, is I'd be excited to get it if I was given it for free. At least they're not straight buns, as I wouldn't wear it, and I'd probably sell it if somebody gave it to me. And straight buns, as I would bury it. So, Anaheim got the very good indeed, sir, is a very good jersey, but I do think that the fact that it's it's a strong white jersey, that spells mess to me, and having to spill something on it, I would not want to have to deal with that. Now, moving on, we have the Arizona Coyotes. That was a Yabo. That was a beautiful jersey, the purple, the orange, the 90s vibe. Just an amazing look. So Arizona goes in the Yabo. I'd pay full price for that. I think it's like $250 to buy it currently. The Boston Bruins jersey went into the very good indeed, sir. I think that the yellow was interesting. I think it was nice. I think the thing that really did it for me was the old bear that they did back in the 80s, I believe. They put that on the shoulder patch, and I thought that looked pretty good. I don't think I'd pay full price for that. I'm not even a Bruins fan, but I think that, for a reduced price, I'd buy it. So, good job by the Bruins. Now we have the Buffalo Sabres, and that went into the Yabo category. The Sabres, the goat head's always been my favorite logo, and so the fact that the Sabres ended up doing that, it just really looks good for the shoulder patch. And then also the Sabres connecting, I've always liked that logo. And the fact that they put it together, I think it looks really good in the royal blue and yellow. So that was that. Now we have the Carolina Hurricanes. They went with the Hartford Whalers throwback. And if you know me, I really like gray and black. The fact that they did the gray there is just a really good sell. I would buy that full price. And I just realized I skipped over Calgary. Not because I hate them, but just because I did. Calgary also goes into the Yabo category. Blasty the Horse, I've always been a big fan of it, and a black jersey is just always a really good jersey. I think if you go black and then you can provide some colors with some pop, I think it looks really good. Now moving on, we have the Chicago Blackhawks. I went with at least they're not straight buns. That jersey is not very good. I think that it's just it's hard because they're a traditional team, and switching things up is going to be a challenge. So, I don't know. I think that Chicago might have had a little bit more luck. Maybe using the C logo with the two, the Tomahawks, I guess you could say, something like that. Either way, I wasn't a massive fan of it. And now we have the Colorado Avalanche. I really like what they tried to do here with the Quebec Nordiques throwback. That was interesting to say the least. The problem is I don't like their burgundy, so I put this in the OK category. I like what they try to do here, but the burgundy's just not working for me. I like the royal blue more for the Nordiques. If somebody gave it to me, I'd like it and wear it, but it's just not exactly exceptional. Now, the one that I'm sure a lot of you are curious to see is the Columbus Blue Jackets jersey. This is the first time that we are going to be wearing red. Fun fact, I just bought this jersey today. It's one of my Christmas and birthday presents because it was so expensive. I got a Pierre-Luc Dubois Reverse Retro jersey. I bought 2 jerseys, the Reverse Retro jerseys, and they are going to be my Christmas and birthday presents for quite some time. Anyway, I put them in the very good indeed, sir category, and I think that I would have loved to have Stinger on the shoulders, and I would have liked to have some blue on the shoulders instead of that white that goes all the way up. And I just think that it could have been a little bit better, but hey, it's a Blue Jackets jersey, and it'll be my first one that I get. I have never been able to get one. Every time I went to buy one, the sky's falling down and something's went wrong. But it looks like this time it held out. Now we have the Dallas Stars. The Dallas Stars jerseys, I put towards the bottom at least they're not straight buns. The problem is Dallas's jersey. I just think that it's white. It's almost all white. It is something that I wouldn't want to mess with because I think it could be something that you could get a stain on super easy. I love the shoulder patch jerseys, I'll give them that, but it's so, some people say washed out. I think that's probably a good term you could use for it. After that, we have the Detroit Red Wings. I'm going to be honest with you. They're pretty bad, and they are one of two jerseys that go in the straight buns category. So if you want to guess the other one out of all the other 31 teams or 30 teams, guess right now, put it down in the comments. But yeah, I put Detroit in the straight buns category. I thought they could have done their 08-09 kind of, what was it, their outdoor game jersey maybe. I thought that would have been good. Detroit decided to add gray stripes. It doesn't look good. It's a straight buns jersey for me. Now we have the Edmonton Oilers. The Oilers go in, at least they're not straight buns, I'm going to be honest with you. I think that they could have went a few different routes with this, and they ended up deciding to play it safe, I guess, and flip some things around. It's not a bad looking jersey, but it's one that if you want to hype it up, I think that it's the wrong thing to do. I would have liked to see the old like oil gear jersey, whatever it was. That one was pretty cool. I remember that from when I was a kid. That one was a little bit different, so I like that. Then we have the Florida Panthers, and if the Florida Panthers, if you remember right, they ended up going back to their old logo that they had up until I think the 2016-17 season, with the Panther just kind of leaping out at you. And I put that in the Yabo category. Like, wow. Beautiful logo. I've always loved that logo. The shoulder patch, amazing. That's my favorite shoulder patch, probably in league history. And I think they should go back to this full time. I don't like when they switched it. It was a money grab type thing. I know their attendance hasn't been great the past few years, but they just nailed this one, and it's gonna be sold out. It's gonna be a beaut. The next one we have is the Los Angeles Kings, and you know it's gonna be hard on it because it reminds me of the Lakers, and I hate basketball. I hate the Lakers. I hate basketball, but the more I looked at it, the more I was like, just think of it as the jersey itself. And I put it in the very good indeed, sir category. I think it's a very nice jersey. Purple is an okay color. I do like purple mixed with certain things, but in a way, I think it would have been a Yabo, but it's like, I think they're just trying to tie it in with the Lakers, and so I was like, let's be fair, but also be reasonable. It's not a coincidence, I think, that they did this with the Lakers winning the championship. They want to be able to have those around the city as well. They know they'll sell well. It is what it is. Now we have the Minnesota Wild, and if you remember, they did their homage to the North Stars, and I think it worked. A lot of people said that it was like a Subway type meme, like the Subway sandwiches. It is what it is, you know, you can say what you want, but I think it's beautiful. I put it in the Yabo category. I think it looks really, really good. The logo having the North Stars colors, I think, is perfect, and so I think it belongs there. Next, we have the Montreal Canadiens. Now, probably about 2 years back, my friend who's a big Canadiens fan was talking about Canadiens jerseys, and I said if Montreal added a blue jersey, they would look so gorgeous. And he said, no, they'll never do that, blah, blah, blah. It took a pandemic, but here we are. Montreal's got blue jerseys, and I put them in the Yabo category. Beautiful jerseys. I would definitely buy one of these bad boys. So, I mean, buy one if you're a Montreal fan. That's all I got to say there. Next, we have the Nashville Predators. And to be honest, most of the jersey isn't working for me, but the thing that is the shoulder patch. It's got that old shoulder patch from when they were an inaugural team. And that was their saving grace. So I put them in the very good indeed, sir. The shoulder patch is just beautiful. It's that bone, like the bone of the saber-toothed tiger. And I think it looks amazing. So that's what saved them. Now we have the New Jersey Devils, and the Devils went back to their old colors, that green and red. A lot of people say Christmas time type deal. I think it looks really, really good. And to be honest, I love Christmas. I am a big holiday guy. October to December is probably my favorite time of the year because of the holidays. So if you want to guess, yeah, I put it in the Yabo category. Definitely would buy that. And I think that they should switch there permanently. The problem is with Marty Brodeur and a few of the other guys. Obviously, they won 3 rings, so they're not going to do that. Now we have the New York Islanders, and the Islanders, they changed the color of blue. So, if everybody get these cool, new, exciting alternates, well, New York, the Islanders, decided to change the color of blue. I don't think it's a bad-looking jersey, but for all the other teams that nailed it out of the park, I think that this is a really bad look, so I put it in at least they're not straight buns. If they change this to their main jerseys, I'd be like, oh, it's still a nice-looking jersey, but the problem is everybody else, I feel like, for the most part, nailed this, and New York, the Islanders, they did not. Now we're going to move on over into the other New York team, the Rangers. The Rangers brought back the Lady Liberty jerseys, and for years everybody's saying, bring back the Lady Liberty jerseys. And I said, bring it back in the blue that they have now, that royal blue. They didn't, and I think that's what cost them, because if they did that, I would have put them in the Yabo category. But I ended up putting them in the okay category. If somebody gave me this, I probably would wear it. Realistically not, though. A lot of these that I put in okay, I'd probably still sell too, but it's a nice jersey. I wish they made it in the royal blue, but you can't get what you want all the time. Moving on into the Ottawa Senators. I don't know. Ottawa's kind of pinned themselves in the corner with the red, black, and white. I think they could have went the Vegas route and maybe went with the gold. They went with the red, but I was thinking kind of where the stripes are, what could separate that would be gold, or by the numbers, that patch right there. I think that would have maybe helped it out big time, but I put it in the okay category. I don't think it's anything exceptional. I do love the Senators logo, and the shoulder patch saved it, because I think that if I didn't like the logo and the shoulder patch, it would probably go down in the straight buns category. Now we have the Philadelphia Flyers, and there's not really much you can do for Philly. I've been saying for years, Philadelphia should get an alternate logo. Flyers fans, I know this is debauchery, this is sin, this is the purest of evils to add a secondary logo, but in the end, it just didn't impress me. I do like the Flyers logo. I don't really like their jerseys that much as a kid. I did. As I get older, I'm like, I put them in there. At least they're not straight buns. I would not wear that. If it was given to me, I would sell it as fast as I could. Now, the Pittsburgh Penguins. I have dogged on the Penguins since this channel started. I know we're in episode 15, I think. I try to keep it neutral here, and I try to say, if I saw this jersey, would I get it? And the answer is no. I think that, and it's pretty common for me, if you're a team that uses gold as a primary color, kind of like the Predators as well, your road jerseys automatically look meh. And they're just kind of, the home jerseys can look beautiful. But if you're using gold a lot, then it's not going to look what I would say, it wouldn't fit my taste. So I put them in at least they're not straight buns. I wasn't going to say that they were total garbage. I thought they were going to use that old kind of RoboCop penguin that they used to use back in the 90s. They didn't, and that's fine, but I think that would have been a really cool thing for them to do. Obviously, this has ties with Lemieux and Yager, so I get it. It's going to get money. That's fair. Now we have the San Jose Sharks, and the Sharks decided to go and use their old logo that they used up until I think the 2007-8 season, probably somewhere around there. And it's a different take. I don't know what it is about it. I normally love gray, but whatever they did here, I'm not a massive fan of. I can't point my finger to it. I think maybe if they used orange a little bit more, they have that orange color that's in the logo that they never really use a lot. I think that would have been cool. They didn't. I put it in the okay category. I don't know what it is about it. I can't point my finger to it, but I'm just not a massive fan. Now we have the Tampa Bay Lightning. They went back to their old logo that they used up until I think, well, they've had 3 versions of the old logo, what you'd consider. And this is the one, I believe, from when they won the Cup in 2004. Nothing crazy here. The thing is, the Lightning, I feel like, puts themselves into a corner by calling themselves the Lightning. I do like the jerseys they have now, and the logo they have now. I get that it's simple, but I do think it looks good. Royal blue makes a lot of things look good. But I put this in the okay category. Didn't really blow me away, and that's fine. It was something I didn't expect to blow me away when they said they were going to do it. I think their black jerseys with this would have been great. Like the black with the old logo, I think would have been amazing. You can't always get what you want. Again, no big deal. Lightning fans, I'm sure you'll buy it. Now we have the Toronto Maple Leafs. And if you guessed earlier that the second jersey that was in the straight buns category was the Toronto Maple Leafs jersey, you guessed correctly. I don't know what to say about this. It looks like somebody went to Dollar General because their little kid wanted a Maple Leafs jersey and they decided to make it at home. No offense to anybody that does that. I have made my own jerseys before and I like them. But when I look at this, the Maple Leafs have such a strong, rich history of logos. This is my least favorite logo that they did. And the logo is ginormous. It looks like the Maple Leafs really wanted to let you know they were advertising the Maple Leafs. And I just can't get behind it. I don't really like the striping, or I guess what you could say going down the sides. It is just not something that I'd say I like at all. Now we have the Vancouver Canucks, and I'm not going to lie to you, I bought a Brock Besser Vancouver Canucks Reverse Retro jersey. My wife's amazing. I was in the shower having a terrible migraine, and we were just talking, because she was brushing her teeth, and I was talking about the Reverse Retros, and I was just talking about it. I wasn't going to buy them because I knew they were expensive, and she's like, what if they were your Christmas and birthday presents for a while? And she finally convinced me I bought a Brock Besser jersey and again, Pierre-Luc Dubois jersey, Reverse Retro for both. These will be the first jerseys that I've ever bought for myself, so that's kind of a cool thing. But Vancouver, I put in the Yabo category, and when I saw these, I knew that I wanted it really, really bad. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get it. I didn't think I actually would be able to get it, and she convinced me, so thank you very much. It's a very beautiful jersey. People are complaining. I think the only thing I would say is I love the Johnny Canuck logo, and it's kind of disappeared over the past few years. We don't really seem to use it as much. I'd have loved it on the shoulder or as the primary. I could have got behind that. I'm a big fan of the Johnny Canuck logo. And now we have the Vegas Golden Knights. You know, at first I was like, but I realized I've talked some stuff on this show. So I got to put my money where my mouth is. I said they needed a red jersey. I said they needed to use their alternate logo as their primary logo. I put it in the very good indeed, sir category. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. It's a unique jersey. It's a different jersey. Some people wouldn't say it's beautiful, but if you love your team, you know, this is not a terrible jersey. If you're a Vegas fan, you cannot say, oh, this jersey's the worst. That could be argued that the gold one's the worst, but it's whatever. They paid homage to the Las Vegas Thunder, I believe, that played there in the 90s. So it was a cool thing. So put my money where my mouth is. I couldn't put it in Yabo. Something was just off, but I think it's a pretty decent jersey. Next, we have the Washington Capitals, and they went with their Screamin' Eagle logo, and they went with the red version of it. I will be honest with you, I absolutely love this. I love this jersey. I cannot wait to see Alex Ovechkin play in it. I think it'll be a amazing, amazing thing, and I think the logo is beautiful. I think just the design of this jersey is beautiful. I thought for years they needed to move on from the Capitals word mark for their logo. The only problem is, Ovi has worn that for most of his career, and so they're not going to, because Ovi wore it, and what Ovi wore, everybody wears. Now, unless Ovi said, I want the eagle back, so who knows? But, Washington fans, buy it. Buy it right now. And then finally, the Winnipeg Jets. And the Jets, a lot of people are dogging on it. I'm going to be honest with you. I love gray. This was a heather gray, is that what it's called? It's a heather gray. And that mixed with the baby blue and the navy blue. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. If I had the money to buy that, I probably would. And just keep it just because it's so unique. I think that it's something that's never really been done like that before. But that's what I think about it. And I think that it's a really nice jersey. And I think that kudos to Winnipeg for doing something a little unique like that. That's going to be my tier rankings for the 2021 Reverse Retros, and I'm going to do an unboxing once I get my jerseys. Actually, no, I can't, because one has to be during Christmas, and then one has to be for my birthday. But when it's my birthday and Christmas, I will make sure to unbox those. So everybody, have a great week. I will see you Sunday. Stay safe, and stay away from COVID. Goodbye, Brigadiers and Brigadettes, and hockey fans in general. This is your captain signing off. Have a great week.